418 for assaying of gold, 2112 for silver, 2113 for assaying of silver, and IS 15820 is the one standard which we are using for recognition of assaying and hallmarking centers. Here are the grades that are referred in the IS 1417. Out of these, 9-carat grade has been recently introduced, and other grades have already been there since earlier time. And when you buy a hallmarked gold article, basically whatever is marked, actually if it is tested, that what is permitted is that you cannot have a purity lower than the marked purity. So if it is say 750 is marked, you are not permitted to have purity below 750. That is the minimum. These are the grades in silver, 800. I forgot to mention earlier, these grades are in PPT, parts per thousand. So 800, 835, 925, this has been parts per thousand. Out of 1000, this is the purity required. So these are the standard grades. Purpose of standard grade is to reduce the variety. So you, like in this, for silver 925, 958, these are grades. So for the purpose of certification, you cannot say कि मेरा ज्वेलरी 930 ग्रेड का है. Either आपको 925 लेना है या 958 लेना है. So ये grades are standardized. And again, no tolerance permitted. No negative tolerance permitted. So this is how constituents of hallmark, BIS logo is there, purity of gold 22K916 for example, and 6-digit HUID. Similarly, silver का भी इसी टाइप से है. So grant of certification for jewelers, jewelry outlets who want to take certification for gold or silver, it is primarily a process of registration on the website. So they are registered on the national single window, and there is no registration fee, and that registration is valid for life. In case of assaying and hallmarking centers, actually assaying and hallmarking centers are the pillars based on which the scheme is being run. So their certification is a bit tough because they have to undergo a rigorous audit for 4 man-days. So after initial scrutiny of documents, we carry out a 4 man-days audit, and when all requirements of the IS 15820 are found conforming, then they are granted recognition for 3 years. And similarly, it is renewable for 3 years again. So after once it is granted, what is the next step? For in case of jewelers, it is regular. What we are doing is we are regularly drawing the samples from the market, and how they do it, how they are doing. For every lot of jewelry that they want to get hallmarked, they pay a nominal fee to the hallmarking center, and they get it hallmarked. That nominal fee, sometimes some consumers may have an impression that if it is hallmarked, so it is बहुत ज़्यादा costly होगा. It's not like that. Per piece of gold jewelry hallmarked, our standard rate is 45 rupees, subject to a minimum of 200 rupees for that lot. And for silver article, it is rupees 35. And subject to minimum of 150 rupees. So, and in case of centers, it is we carry out regular periodic surveillances to check whether the system is being run as desired, as designed. This is in brief how the system operates. Like jewelry outlet is there, they will apply to BIS on the portal. They have, supposing they have a lot of rings, let us say उनके पास 15 rings हैं, उनको उन्होंने hallmark कराना है, तो they will submit a request online to whichever hallmarking center they want to get it hallmarked from. Hallmark center, when it accepts the jewelry and the request, it will check it through the XRF, and if it is found homogeneous, it moves to next process, otherwise it is returned, and after that it goes to assaying, and once assaying is also okay, then goes for actual hallmarking. Now, just how the different processes are there. XRF machines you must have seen at many large jewelers also. So at the hallmarking center, the purpose of XRF is to check homogeneity. It is not the basis of hallmarking. It is only checking that the lot received is homogeneous, that is of the same purity. And उसका purpose क्या है कि once it is found that the lot has same purity, then you can take samples from any of them. Not that from if the अगर lot 15 का है तो 15 में से sample लेना है. Once it is established कि सबके सब same purity के हैं तो sampling basis पे कुछ पे sample लेंगे. Again, then ये sampling हो गया. Can be through scraping or drilling or cutting. Then fire assaying. Now this fire assaying method, in this sort of presentation, it's not possible to explain that thing. But just I'm यहाँ समझाने के लिए है कि fire assaying is the actual जो accepted method worldwide आज की डेट में even till today accepted method जो है वो fire assaying ही है purity determine करने के लिए. Cupellation process है and then parting. Basically, the cupellation का purpose है कि जो gold, silver के सिवाय बाकी remaining elements हैं उनको removal के लिए, और parting is when only gold and silver are left in the alloy. At that stage, it is dipped in the nitric acid and silver is dissolved. Basically, it is removed through chemical reactions, and the remaining part is gold. So once the remaining part, which is gold, that remaining part is the pure gold. So that ratio of that pure gold with the original sample taken, which was an alloy, so through that ratio and other few more calculations, we determined the purity. And after that, once the purity is found to be as declared, means supposing he declared 750 and your purity you have determined is 750 or higher, then you mark it through laser. And laser marking, before marking the laser, our BIS portal is there designed in such a way that HUID is generated online through the computer itself, and that HUID is marked through laser. Here is the progress of hallmarking during last 2 years. So since 2021, after it was made mandatory, the number of hallmarking centers have increased from 1,000 plus to 1,600 plus. So similarly, jewelry outlets have registered with BIS.